NFL Week 14 NFL Pick'ems for Chapter 11. I'm Keller with Lupo.
How you doing?
And Matt.
What's up, y'all?
Last week was a incredible week for Mr. Lupo. 12
damn right.
wins, 2 losses.
Woo!
Thank you, Vikings.
Me and Matt tied 9-5.
For absolutely nothing!
The overalls, now, we finally, I think, for the first time in a few weeks, have no ties at all. Lupo's in the lead with 114 wins. I'm in second with 111 wins. And Matt bringing up the rear with 109 wins. Very close, but we only have a few weeks left, so it's getting to the nitty-gritty. Yes. Now.
But it makes it interesting.
Of course. I'm so happy that no one's getting blown out.
Or somebody's like 0-2.
Yeah.
Or 0 and like 100 something.
Yeah, that would be, you might as well just quit.
I would have been like, I'm going home, I'm out.
To start the week off Thursday, December 9th, the first game of the week will be the Steelers versus the Vikings. Now, the Steelers, 1-1 against the Ravens, and the Vikings, you lost to the Lions. Now the Lions are no longer winless. What is going on?
Well, now this is the game of the team that tied with the Lions and the team that lost to the Lions.
Right.
So who would you pick?
Well, when you put it that way, I'm picking the Steelers because
Obviously.
they tied, which is, I guess...
Which was abysmal last week. But
Right.
this week, the Vikings took your spot.
I think I have to just go with the Steelers, though. I'm going to start us off. I'm going to go with the Steelers. But my two main reasons, because the Vikings, Adam Thielen, high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
And Dalvin Cook is on a stretcher somewhere. So, yeah, I had to go there. Sorry.
Damn.
So, with that being said, I'm going with the Steelers. Also, quick note, I don't usually talk about defense, but I want to point out that TJ Watt had 3.5 sacks last week, and I think he's going to eat up Kirk Cousins because I don't like him. So, also, TJ Watt not playing every single game this season,
Still leads
but
the
it
NFL
still leads the NFL
in sacks.
in total sacks. So,
DPOY.
with all that being said, I have to go with the Steelers. Lupo, who you picking?
See, part of me wants to pick the Vikings because I know they want to avenge that loss they took to the Lions. But I'm going to have to also pick the Steelers. I mean, you guys lost to the Lions. For God's sakes, I understand it's a divisional game, but
1-10-1.
yeah, it's still 1-10-1.
Disgusting.
It's horrible. So
What's
yeah, I'm
going on?
going to have to pick the Steelers because, yeah, I got nothing.
The Vikings are due. Moving on.
Wow.
The 1:00 games on Sunday, December 12th is the Ravens versus the Browns. Good news for the Browns. It looks like they're going to have their duo back together with Hunt and Chubb. And the Ravens, losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers that we just talked about, they still have no running game unless it is Lamar Jackson himself. I think I got to go first again, and I'm going to go with the Browns. They got the duo back. The Ravens can't score over 20. I think I've been saying that the last few weeks. The Browns are coming off a bye. I think that's everyone's get some time to heal up, so I'm taking the Browns. Matt, you start us off this time.
I want to pick the Ravens because of Lamar threw 4 picks in the last game against the Browns and still won. But I don't see the Ravens sweeping the Browns this year. I'm going to have to go Cleveland. Mainly because of the duo being back, like you're saying, and they can really lean on that run game. And Baltimore really doesn't have an answer on their side of the ball for the rushing attack. The passing attack doesn't wow me with Baltimore. I feel like they're a fake 8-4 team.
Yeah.
But look, you win, you win. There's no pretty and ugly win columns, but I don't know. They feel like a fake 8-4, so I'm going to go with Cleveland.
I am going to pick the Baltimore Ravens, even though you cost me a win last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but it's okay. I understand you went for the 2-point conversion. You didn't get it. Good call, but not really. You could have just tied the game. Even with Kareem Hunt back, I'm still going to have to go with the Baltimore Ravens.
Now, when the last time they played and they went 1-4, did that duo play together?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think Kareem sat out the last play of the drive, or last play of the game, but yeah.
So, the next game will be the Jags versus the Titans.
Toilet bowl game?
Yeah, it could be. The Titans, A.J. Brown's on IR. Derrick Henry's on IR. Julio is
Coming back this week, it sounds like.
maybe coming back off IR. A lot of key players for the Titans are on IR, so keep that in mind. The Jags also have no one. I would really like to see them get James Robinson going. Like, I feel like last year he had a great season, and then they drafted a quarterback, and then they kind of just completely went away from him. And I think that's part of the reason why they're 2-10. It kind of reminds me of the Eagles. Like, use your personnel. Stop trying to force the ball into Trevor Lawrence's making decisions, because his decision making is clearly not great. I really don't know at this point. So, Lupo, since you know who you're picking, who are you picking?
No, you just want me to go first. I had a winning record last week, and you guys are going to be like, yeah, that's a good pick.
I have an idea, but
Whatever Lupo says, lock me in for the same thing.
Oh, I hate you guys.
I didn't say anything.
You make it less
I
interesting.
kind of know who I want.
I can't pick the Jaguars. I really can't.
Oh, me either.
Ha, ain't that a
Ah.
coincidence? Wink, wink. Yeah, so I'm picking the Titans. Hopefully Julio comes back, and he has a breakout game. But I don't think he will with Tannehill. But, hey, man.
Do you guys see the...
Do you, Julio?
I think when Tannehill was on the Dolphins, he went to throw a screen, and he just, like, pegged it into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you gotta learn bounce passes aren't a thing in the NFL.
Yeah, it's not rugby.
Yeah. Shout out to Tim Tebow. Best bounce passer.
All right, Matt.
I'm going to take the Titans because Lupo did. No, I'm kidding. I was actually planning on taking the Titans. I think the personnel matchup, the Titans have a little bit of a better team, and I'm going to go with the experience of Tannehill over Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Hopefully they get Julio involved, and it looks like their running back Foreman's kind of something to watch out for, but I don't know. I don't have much interest in this game, but I'm going to just stick with the Titans.
So I said I kind of knew who I wanted. And
I've been persuaded.
And I'm just going to go with it. I'm taking the Jags.
Yeah!
I am taking the Jags.
Way to not be a
Training
follower.
wheels are off.
No, I like...
It took 14
Get the
weeks,
Band-Aids.
but we got there.
No.
Get the Band-Aids.
Since the Titans are just really banged up, even if Julio comes back, he hasn't done anything all year, and I'm not really too worried about that. I just think the Jags just...
What, are due for a win?
No, I really don't think they're due for a win, but at the same time, I feel like
You just
they
wanna
can
be
pull off
different.
a win just because
All right,
the Titans are
Lock
hurt.
it in. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Lock it in right
Lock
now.
it in. They only
I-
lose by 30.
You heard it here first on Chapter 11. Keller does pick the Jaguars.
I'm hoping James Robinson is the only reason I'm taking them, has a good game. That's all I'm saying.
But they hate him there.
Yeah, but whatever. The next game, Raiders versus the Chiefs. The Raiders, you lost to Washington, no names, and the Chiefs, you beat the Broncos with Patrick Mahomes not even throwing a single touchdown.
Yep.
But did run one in. The Raiders, Josh Jacobs, he just looks like he somewhat averages about 50 yards every week.
Yeah, he's a 50 guy.
Deshaun Jackson, back to doing his one catch. Hunter Renfrow.
He's been playing great.
He is. We talked about him last week. He's just the yards guy. Does
Yep.
not score. He has not scored. I don't think.
He
in a
just gets you the
while.
first down, man.
Yeah, and Darren Waller.
He was hurt.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
still hurt.
looks
He's
like he's still
questionable
hurt.
for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
keep
that's
that
a
in
big
mind.
playmaker.
Exactly. That's their best.
Tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say
Well,
receiver in
receiver.
general.
Hunter's pretty good, though.
Yeah, he's growing into himself.
True.
Smart player, though.
Oh yeah, with the play.
Yeah, the fake punt or whatever.
Yeah.
That was genius. He was receiving that punt, too. Sprinted like 60 yards.
With all that being said, though, the Raiders just kind of don't seem to know what's going on with their team right now, with just injuries, and
So you're picking the Chiefs?
I'm picking the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Tyreek Hill only had 2 catches for 22 yards, and you still got to win. That's scary. I'm
Because
taking.
I feel like people are starting to figure out how to stop Tyreek. Or slow him down at least to where he's not as effective. So
Yeah.
they're bottling him up kind of because they usually double team Tyreek with a one high, one low guy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So he
But-
can't burn you up top.
See, that's where you need Clyde Edwards-Helaire really, and he's getting there. He's bouncing into the game. He's coming back from injury, but you really need him to get going. So they're pulling that safety down into the box to try to stop them.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. That being said, I think the Chiefs are back. I'm not trying to be cute with it anymore and pick against the Chiefs and play Kansas City roulette. I'm just going to roll with the Chiefs.
Well, with everything you guys covered, I'm also going to go with Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs because I don't think the Raiders are going to sneak out a win on this one. But we could all be wrong.
It's happened before.
Following that game, we have the Saints versus the Jets. The Saints lost to the Cowboys last week, and the Jets also lost to the Eagles last week.
Yay.
Taysom Hill, first start
You
this
look
season,
terrible.
had 4 picks.
He threw the ball 41 times.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Well, they have no running game.
And he only made 19
Other than
completions.
himself.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it was bad.
Bad. This.
Abysmal?
Abysmal will be the word. Come on, man. 4 picks. I think 2 were back-to-back.
One of them was 2 alignment.
Yeah.
Defensive linemen.
He pulled
And
a J.J. Watt, dude.
Yeah, it was a
Who did
pick
he
6
throw-
too.
Who did he
Yeah.
throw it to? Do we
I
know?
forget the guy's name.
That's
We talk about it later on the Cowboys.
I don't
game.
think it was Micah. It wasn't
We can figure
Micah.
it out real fast.
All right.
No, you got to go to...
What was this one? Right?
Yeah, there you
He
go.
had a touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah, Carlos
Carlos
Watkins.
Watkins.
Yeah.
Okay. Not Micah Parsons.
Trayvon got
Robin
one.
Diggs had a pick. There you
Yeah.
go.
All right.
Trayvon's up to what, 9 right now?
1,000.
I think he's up to
9 or
9.
10, right?
No, I think he's. I think that was his 9th pick. Because there was a stretch where he only got 1 pick in a matter of like 4 games.
Yeah.
So,
A little dry, but
hey man, yo,
still
9
time.
picks,
Still time, yeah.
9 picks for a season. That's above average.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You get paid
That's
for
league
that.
leading, dude.
But
Yeah.
we're on the Saints right
I mean,
now.
he's gonna get 10. He'll probably
guess we're
hit
done.
a dozen
Yeah,
by
I
the
guess
end of
we
the
should
season.
talk about them.
The Saints and
Oh
the
yeah, the
Jets.
Saints. Yeah,
Lupo.
about them.
Who are you going to take in this
I
one?
can't take Zach Wilson and the Jets. I have to take New Orleans Saints, even though Taysom Hill, Jesus, good Lord. I mean,
Jesus.
like, just play
Wish
running
the Lord
back
would
and
just
just let somebody else play, please, for the love of Christ. Because, I mean, you're a great Swiss Army knife. You're a great utility player, is what I would call you. But you are not Drew Brees, and you will not fill his shoes. No offense. I like you, but last week, thank God I picked the Cowboys.
True.
And like I said, I do miss seeing Drew Brees play. He could have played another year or 2, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
Matt,
I'm going to
you gonna pick the Jets?
go with the Saints. I don't like either team. I think they're both pretty terrible. I don't really have anything nice to say about either side. Taysom Hill, if he can get a lot more accurate, that's going to be great. It just feels like they're playing out of the Wildcat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I have so many negative things to say about the Saints team that it feels hard to pick them. But then I look at the Jets side of the ball and I don't know. I'm going to rely on the coaching here and Sean Payton to get the W. And that's really all that's happening here, I think.
I'm picking the Saints just due to the fact that after that whole debacle earlier this season with the Jets of me picking them, and I promised myself I would never pick them regardless of the status. So I don't like the I don't like the Saints either. I do like Taysom Hill. I think I would rather have him play as like the backup like they usually do, because I don't know. I don't see him being as
last week.
This was his first start in what? In a while,
since
because he's
1912, I think.
yeah, and I don't know. He came off an injury. It's his first start. You know, I don't think he's throwing 4 picks again. I think he'll play a lot better. So
Like
I'll
maybe
take
like
this.
3.
Yeah, maybe like 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, but I think like you said, the coaching. That was his first time starting. If he starts again, you'll work around it, get a game plan going, and they'll beat the Jets. And like I said, I can't pick the Jets just because of how upset they made me in the beginning of the season. So I will take the Saints.
Saints.
So the last segment, we talked about the Cowboys a little bit, so we kind of covered them, so we're not going to get too much into them. Washington, no names. They beat the Raiders. They had, 2 good back-to-back games?
Yeah, they're playing strong, man. They've been decent.
Antonio Gibson really standing out to me. I should have went with them based off of... I think you mentioned him last week, and I kind of told you to piss off and not really pay attention to you, and that's my mistake. I should have...
I don't think I picked them either. I think
Who picked them?
I picked the Raiders. I think Lupo.
Oh, Lupo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lupo.
that's why Lupo's ahead.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
the only
I
reason
did
he
talk
said
up
it was
Gibson.
Cole Holcomb.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
actually look at him. 10 tackles, 7 solo.
Yeah, buddy.
That's
Pass defended 2.
pass
Or deflections, sorry. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Pass
we're-
defended,
it's the same
pass
shit.
deflected.
All right.
Words are hard.
Screw you.
So, before we get into the picks, the one more thing I want to talk about the Cowboys is Ezekiel Elliott. Is he back? He started off slow.
He had a
He got
good,
something going,
and now he's slow.
and now
again.
he's slow again. But they got Tony picking up where
Zeke left off. But isn't
Exactly.
Zeke hurt still? Kind of.
He's been nursing an injury here and there, but he's active and he's playing. So
But we talked about it with Derrick Henry. We're talking about it with Dalvin Cook. Talked about it with CMC. Being a workhorse running back catches up with you.
yeah,
And by no means am I wishing an injury on him. I hope Zeke has a long, healthy career. But that's a lot of work to run the
Yeah.
ball that many times every single game, every single week.
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially with the bowling ball mentality he has.
Yeah, he's
Just to run into
hit
everybody. Yeah.
So
I appreciate it, though.
yeah,
Fun to
that's my
watch, just
favorite
rough on the
type
body.
of
He
running.
is fun to watch. I'll give you that.
So getting into the picks, I'm going to start us off. I'm taking the Cowboys, and here's my reason why. Tyler Heineke is going to throw a pick 6 to Trayvon Diggs. Write it down. It's
Damn
happening.
it. I was going to call that.
Yep, I'm taking the Cowboys. You beat me to it last week.
With Darius Slay?
Yep,
But he
and-
didn't get a pick 6.
Okay, but they still won. So
I
I'm
know.
going to say it this week with
All right.
Trayvon Diggs and Tyler Heineke. I'm taking the Cowboys. Lupo, who are you picking?
Following up on your Trayvon Diggs pick 6, I am going to say Micah Parsons has at
Oh.
least 1 to 2 sacks and maybe a forced fumble.
He did have 1 sack last week.
Yeah, and maybe a forced fumble. Kid's definitely winning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Cowboys definitely have the better defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Oh,
so the Cowboys are definitely my pick. Put me in. Matt?
Yep. Yeah, I'm going with the Cowboys. They're a much better, well-rounded team than the Washington
No names.
However, Washington is kind of hanging on, trying to fight for a wild card spot. So expect to see some like desperation play a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see them really pulling out all the stops, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get past the Cowboys with their high prolific offense, and their defense has been pretty good too.
Wait. I just want to say one thing. Last year, if you watched the games when it was Washington versus the Cowboys, Cole Holcomb absolutely destroyed Zeke Elliott last year. So I'm waiting to see that matchup this year. We'll see what happens. Zeke's, like he said, he's nursing an injury. He's not doing too great, but
Are you changing your pick?
I'm not changing my pick. I'm still taking the Cowboys.
Are we getting a live pick change?
No, we're not getting a live
We
pick
haven't had
change.
one of those.
No.
So.
No, we're not doing that. I'm done.
The Falcons versus the Panthers. Panthers were on a bye. Falcons lost to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, well, that's a good.
Matt Ryan threw no touchdowns, threw no picks. Yeah, didn't really got nothing going in the air other than Russell Gage. But other than that, kind of abysmal just overall as a team, which they've been. They're 5-7, so. Matt, who you gonna pick?
I'm going with the Falcons. Since the Panthers lost CMC, that team has just been going south. And Cordell Patterson looks good on the Falcons. They have a decent pass attack. Neither team is all that great. Falcons are just the better of the two, I think.
Man.
Do you want me to go?
No, I'll go. Part of me picks the Panthers. But after what you just said, part of me wants to go with the Falcons.
Tie.
Nah, it's not going to be a tie.
We need some
It's not going to be a
here.
weird thing like it happened a couple years ago where like 4 or 5 teams or 6 teams tied. I really can't put my faith in Cam Newton, but I'm going to have to. Because I
Well,
don't
he
like...
got benched. Is he going to start?
Oh, yeah, he did get benched. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, crap.
I don't know if he might be starting, though.
He's-
He probably
I would
is.
say he's probably
I would,
starting.
I'll take the Falcons.
I would say Cam's probably starting.
I'll take the Falcons.
Yeah, if you were gonna let me pick before you, I was gonna take the Falcons just because CMC is no longer there.
Yeah.
And Cordell Patterson, I think they also kind of like, I guess, activated him that he could play on defense,
Yeah, as
so
a
that
safety.
he wants to get an interception by the end of the year.
Who? Oh,
Cordell
Cordell Patterson?
Yeah, their running back or wide receiver, or wherever
running
he
back,
is. Yeah,
safety.
he can actually technically play a safety for them because he wants to try and get a pick by the end of the year.
And
they were like, yeah, they were okay with that. Yeah, he's been doing it all year. He's on special teams.
Yeah,
he's a wide receiver. He's a running back.
Yeah, but special teams and offense. I mean, offensive players or defensive players can play on special teams, but playing
both ways.
Yeah, that's rare. We haven't seen that since Dion.
Yeah.
Literally.
Prime time.
I mean, every now and then they let certain players, I remember Adoree Jackson, his rookie year. He's a defensive back, a corner. He was playing for the Titans, and they let him line up at wide receiver. They let Patrick Peterson line up at wide receiver a few times.
You got Megatron played safety.
Yeah, Megatron played safety. Yeah, I think Julio played safety once or twice.
For the Hail Marys.
Yeah, for the Hail Marys.
Out of position Madden cards.
I remember Randy Moss did it. But nobody really lines up every week consistently since Deion Sanders in '96, which was 25 years ago.
So all three of us are taking the Falcons. Just one little quick note for Patterson. Matt kind of touched on it about Derrick Henry and Zeke and all them. They're kind of running Patterson
into the ground.
Yeah, don't be.
He also hasn't had the career those guys have had.
But I'm saying, but my point is
out how to use this.
Right, but my point is saying that, you got the guy playing all over on offense, and now you're throwing it on defense. Don't be surprised. I don't wish injury on him at all, but don't be surprised if he gets a little bit banged up and he misses some time, because that's a lot, especially for the NFL. So
yeah, you're not Chuck Bednarik.
Yeah. The last game for the 1 o'clockers is the Seahawks versus the Texans. I'm taking the Seahawks because Tyrod Taylor is hurt again. He's got a torn ligament in
All right, you gotta relax.
Off not throwing hand.
Listen, do me a favor. Take a deep breath.
The Seahawks win.
Matt?
Sounds like a Febreze commercial. Yeah, smells like I smell it. It smells like a Seahawks dub. The Texans are terrible. They got shut out by the Colts, who have been playing great, unlike the Texans, who have been playing absolutely terrible.
Garbage.
Brandon Cook, sorry, we can't say too many nice things about you this week. You were 3 for 38. Everyone else on that team is garbage. Mm-hmm. Seahawks aren't much better, but they beat the Niners, who I took to win last week. Russ looked decent-ish. Travis Homer.
Really? Russ looked decent? He only threw 7 incomplete passes. He was 30 for 37. 2 touchdowns.
You know what? I take that back. Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. I was looking at the interception and it kind of.
Yeah, that was literally probably his only mistake.
That's true. Sorry, Russ.
Taysom threw 4.
I'd say he's terrible.
And he did fumble, but
yeah. So
they fumbled. They fumbled a lot.
Oof. Above average. But hopefully he gets it going this week. I'm taking the Seahawks against the awful Texans. Please take the Texans.
No, are you kidding? After they got blown out by no ankles Wentz? Come on.
Aren't they due for a win now?
No, they're not due for a win. They're not due for a win this year, okay? I'm taking the Seahawks again. I'm putting my faith in Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, and that freaking crybaby DK.
That was the first time all three of them did decent together.
Yeah, maybe they're
as a whole
waking back up.
And my man Adrian Peterson just retired.
Voice crack?
Yeah, it did. Listen, my voice is still deeper than both of you put together.
I know. That's why I didn't notice it. I did look at you twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it with the deep voice for the next segment.
You just sound creepy. Please don't do me. Just weird.
I gotta get sick or something. Get that.
That's
deep
hurtful.
Voice.
All right, Mr. Sickness. The first 4 o'clock game for the week will be the Lions versus the Broncos. The Lions, they finally got their first win.
Boo!
I know, that's terrible. The Broncos,
they didn't really get a win. The Vikings kind of just shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah. Again, that's a trend. Which is the other trend that I'm about to say is the Broncos, another hot and cold team.
Well, when you got Ronald Darby on the team, it's kind of hard to be,
Teddy Bridgewater is the most inconsistent quarterback, I think, this year. When he plays great, they always win. And when he plays like garbage, the whole team just crumbles with him. And it's just weird.
Ain't that how it's supposed to go? Unless you're Lamar.
There's a few exceptions. With the Lions getting their first win, there's
A lot of momentum.
exactly. And the Broncos are so hot and cold, which makes it hard to pick. So I kind of want to take the Lions.
Be a trendsetter. Be the trend setter. Come on, do it.
You know, I think I will go with the Lions. I'm going to go with momentum because we talked about this earlier in the year and we kind of went away from it. So I'm going to bring it back with momentum. I'm going with the Lions. Lupo?
Well, I'm not going to agree with your momentum, but...
Momentum? You all right there?
That's not the word? I thought it was momentum.
Just momentum.
Momentum. Yeah.
His voice is cracking. He can't talk. You all right?
It's momentum.
Someone get this
He's
man.
not used to being in first.
Like motivation?
Yeah, whatever you say.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Motivation. My motivation to pick the Denver Broncos
Saying the right
is
context.
because... What?
What? Oh, I guess it is.
The audacity.
The audacity. I can't pick the Lions. I mean, even though you guys squeezed out a win by by God's grace last week against the Vikings, who are not exactly a great team either, but I think the Broncos will definitely win. They're not great. So, who? And, yeah, so, Matt?
I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Oh, I picked two toilet games.
Mainly because I really like that Javonte Williams is getting a lot more work. So, granted, that's because Melvin Gordon missed the game with an injury. I don't know if he's going to miss the game, but I think Javonte Williams is going to be a great running back going forward. And then on the Lions side, there's no news on if DeAndre Swift is coming back for this game or not, with the shoulder injury causing him to miss the Vikings game. But I'm going to go with the Broncos just because I don't think the Lions are going to be able to sustain a winning streak, I guess. Two games would be a streak, technically.
Yeah.
That'd be a great streak for them.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Broncos, who played meh, but they'll beat the Lions.
Yeah.
Game number 2 for 4 o'clock is
Number 2.
the Giants versus the Chargers. Is this straightforward for everyone? Chargers?
No, we're not doing that again. We did that last week, and the freaking Lions got a win.
All right. I'm still taking the Chargers regardless of possibly jinxing it. But, yeah, the Chargers are just...
Justin Herbert looks incredible, bro.
Yeah.
You think he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year?
He's not a rookie.
He's not a rookie. This is his
Oh,
second
he's
year.
not.
Yeah.
Wow, why do I think Herbert... I think it's because so many freaking quarterbacks are rookies this year. I figured he was too.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
his second year. So he's he's a young guy, so you're not wrong as far as that. But the Giants just have nothing going on. Saquon, he just doesn't look back to his normal self yet, in my opinion. And they just, other than him, I don't really have anyone to really talk about on the Giants. I'm kind of surprised they even have 4 wins. I feel like they're a fake 4-8 team. I feel like they should be like a Jags 2-10 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. Matt, who are you gonna take?
I'm taking the Chargers with confidence. The only thing to keep an eye on is Keenan Allen is on the COVID list, but regardless if he plays or not, I don't.
It doesn't matter if he plays. Did I scare you?
Oh God, jeez. Yeah, the Giants are gonna lose.
You really did jump.
I did, man. I wasn't ready for it because honestly, I was just about to say it doesn't matter, but not like The Rock.
Did you think I was gonna hit you or something?
No, I didn't know what the heck was going on. I was just sitting here calm and doing the recording thing, and here I am now, half a heart attack later.
Yeah. I think you soiled yourself a little too.
I gotta go.
Matt's going home now. No,
All
I'm
right.
kidding.
Who are you taking, Lupa?
The Giants really, I mean, a lot of people might hate me saying this.
Pick the Giants. Pick
Ever since
the
Eli
Giants.
retired, the Giants are extremely irrelevant. And I know a lot of people say, well, Eli's not that good. Well, he was a lot better than what they have now.
That's true.
So I'm also going to take the Chargers. Don't put me for the Giants. Don't even think about it.
Forget about it. The third 4 o'clock game is the 49ers versus the Bengals. The 49ers, they lost against the Seahawks, and the Bengals got destroyed by the Chargers. Joe Burrow did not play good.
That's your guy.
Yeah.
That
Joe
is your
Mixon.
guy. Triple J.
Joe Mixon played decent. He definitely slowed down from his 2 previous games where he had over 100 yards and was just completely balling out. And the third J brother, Jamar Chase, he's still playing decent, but it looks like they kind of figured him out. However, T. Higgins is been the guy who's opened up from that, and he's taking advantage of it. 138 yards and a touchdown.
All on my fantasy bench.
It-
Poor decision.
If those guys can just figure out that offense, they're very, very, very explosive. But Joe Burrow needs to get it together in order for that to happen. Now, on the other side, the 49ers, Debo is questionable to play, and definitely missed him in this past week because he lights it up. However, George Kittle, 9 receptions, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He definitely soaked up that whole receiving. However, with all that being said, I'm going first again. I am still sticking with the Bengals, with the Triple J's. Also, one other reason, a coworker of mine named Spike said, Jimmy Garoppolo sucks. Take the Bengals. So I'm taking the Bengals.
I don't care what Spike says. Give me the 49ers. I'm not trusting Spike's opinion on this. I'm taking the Niners because Spike said not to. No, I like the Niners receiving core and the rushing attack. And I was talking a little trash on them early in the season, I think, and they're playing a lot better. They're a 500 team right now, and I think that's about where they should be. But I think they get the win against the Bengals, who are kind of getting a little inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I don't know who this Spike guy is, but I can't trust a man whose name is Spike. So, with that being said...
Liar!
With that being said, I hope he hears this. I'm taking the 49ers because I didn't pick them last week, and they got me a win. So I'm going to go with them again this week to win.
The last game for the 4 o'clockers is the Bills versus the Bucks. The Bills, you lost. Now, I'm going to talk about the Patriots just a tad because they're on a bye this week. The Bills lost to the Patriots. Mac Jones only threw 3 times. And
The weather was
The
awful.
whole game.
yeah, but you only threw 3, even when the weather's bad. 3 times, though?
How many total rushing attempts did they have?
Probably like 50.
No,
probably more than that.
They had 46 rushes for 222 yards, but they only had 1 touchdown out of it.
Yeah.
But that's all you need because a win is a win. Mac Jones, 2 for 3, 19 yards, and that's it. That's all he did, and guess what? They still won because you don't go against Bill Belichick. Now, back to the Bills.
What'd I tell you?
Matt, you definitely cursed the Bills. I don't know what you did.
Yeah.
You put a voodoo on them or something. Tom Brady, on the other hand, 4 touchdowns, 368 yards, 38 for 51. Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things. Chris Godwin, 15 receptions, 143 yards. Mike Evans, 7 receptions, 99 yards. Rob Gronkowski, 4 receptions, 58 yards. I could keep going all day. The guy spreads the ball every time.
There's no Antonio Brown.
Whoa. Don't forget Gronk's 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Gronk did have 2 touchdowns, and Leonard Fournette had the other, and someone who's not that important had the last one.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yes,
everybody.
I'm
He's
going
a
for
human
the
being.
votes.
Cameron Brate, man.
Sorry,
He's a
Cameron,
human
he's
being.
too far on the bottom of the list. I didn't see him
He's
there.
a good player. He had one.
Listen, watch this.
His
He's a
only
human
catch was
being.
a touchdown.
You're not seeing this, but I'm dabbing. Now,
Yeah, we're seeing it and we're not happy about it.
good, because I'm taking the Bucks.
All right, that's
Mic
enough
drop.
of you.
The mic's on a table.
Just do
You
your
can't
pick.
drop the
No,
mic
do
that's
your
on a
pick.
table.
Do your pick. If not, he's just going to keep going.
I'm not. That's a pen.
I hate you.
Pen drop. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm not home.
Yeah, he's done.
You want me to scare you again?
No, please don't.
Don't you have a black belt?
Yeah, but I little jump.
All right,
It's
all
a
right.
reflex of pang,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather
Ends up
you-
with a
yeah,
broken nose. I don't know what happened.
Honestly,
Okay, I'm
nothing.
going to stop because I don't want to
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
Whoa, hey, oh.
His nose was like that before.
Is it? What is that from? I guess
Analyze
I should do,
this.
I guess I should do the football stuff.
Yes.
I'm gonna take the Bucks because the Bills are cursed because of me. Sorry, Buffalo.
Good job.
I like your team. I like that you guys go through tables. That's pretty cool. I don't like that you lose football games. So go Bucks.
I didn't know what that meant at first until I thought about it. And then I actually pictured it, and I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
yeah.
Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
I am going to pick Tom Brady because I usually always pick Tom Brady unless
don't
Tom
go
Brady's
against Tom Brady.
playing Tom Brady.
Go against Thomas.
Prime time. Prime time. Even though it's not really a prime time caliber game in my opinion, but we're going to go through it anyway because we have to. Go ahead, do your thing. Whatever you do. What are you doing?
Do the host stuff.
Do the host. Come on.
Yeah.
It's your job.
Prime time will be the Bears versus the Packers.
Don't sound so sad.
The Bears stink.
The Bears.
Andy Dalton, the Bear.
The Bears.
Andy Dalton threw 4 interceptions.
Woohoo!
And that's
Just as good as Taysom Hill.
Yeah. The Packers were on a bye.
Actually, he threw 41 passes, too.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Pretty. It's a trend.
He doesn't rush for 100 yards, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
He rushed for 6 yards. The Packers were
Really
on a bye,
close.
and the Packers are just fire.
The Packers are the Packers because Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Actually, a great legendary quarterback, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not
And-
MVP deserving every year, but he's a great quarterback.
Definitely first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm taking
Just
the Packers.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I feel like anytime you have a conversation that ends up in he's a first ballot Hall of
Famer.
Famer, you take that team, so I'm going to also take the Packers. Yeah, they're just good, man. There's nothing more to say about it. And the Bears, Matt Nagy did not get fired, so I'm happy you got to keep your job, I guess.
Say what?
Happy Thanksgiving. That's your reward for winning, but the Packers are going to
They
win.
beat the Lions.
Yeah, the Vikings didn't.
Burn! Yeah, I'm taking the Packers because the Bears, you guys
There's
don't
no
look-
upset there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going against Aaron Rodgers. If it was somebody else, then yeah. But for right now, I'm happy he's still playing, even though he got a few years left, and then we'll be tired of watching the Packers too. Okay, I'm done. Bye.
Yeah, the Bears are going to get hit with the discount double check.
Boom.
The last game of the week, Monday, December 13th, Monday Night Football, is going to be the Rams versus the Cardinals.
Great game. Great game.
Game of the week, right?
Game of the week.
Yeah,
Game of the
absolutely.
week.
Well, it's either
you
this
were
one-
arguing the Bills and the Bucks.
I'm not.
I'm saying this is game of the week.
I'm not. You got my Super Bowl favorite Cardinals.
So this is my
All right,
issue.
fine.
So this is my issue.
What's your issue?
The Rams, on paper, should be able to score 30-something points every week.
Prove it.
Now, they also played a Jaguars team, so
Yeah, the Bills.
That was their first win in what?
weeks. 3
Yeah.
weeks.
The
3 or 4
Jaguars
weeks.
broke the Bills.
Yeah.
I didn't break the Bills. The Jaguars did.
That was your
That's true.
fault.
The Cardinals, everyone played finally. It's been a couple weeks since all the starters were out
Except
there.
JJ.
Chase
Well,
Edmonds was not there either.
Most
but
of the starters.
James
Majority of the
Conner's probably
starters.
gonna be the starter.
Kyler Murray only threw 11 for 15 last week.
But
But he had 2 touchdowns, and he also had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah,
So,
it was a bad weather game.
Yeah, it was
Not for him.
He killed it. He literally single-handedly killed it. So with that being said, I think I got to go with the Cardinals. I don't know. They just, to me, Kyler Murray's just going to outplay Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is hot and cold. Hence why they're 8-4, not 10-2 like the Cardinals. So I got to go with the Cardinals there. And I think their really major threat on offense for the Rams is just Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they're not going to stop him. But if they can contain him, they should win easy because on the other side of the ball, you got DeAndre Hopkins, you got A.J. Green, Zach Ertz can light it up every once in a while, and let's not forget that Kyler Murray can also run. So I got to go with the Cardinals. Lupo, who you taking?
Dude, this is such a great game, and to be honest, like the winner of this game, like, is really gonna shape who we pick in the playoffs, because I'm assuming they will most likely play each other in the playoffs also, probably in like a divisional game or maybe possibly the conference game. You know, why are you guys dabbing? It's just weird.
Why aren't you dabbing?
I don't want to.
You don't want to bring it back?
No, I don't want to bring it back.
How do you feel about planking?
I don't plank. I crip walk. You know what I mean, cuh? No, I'm just playing.
jeez.
I'll pick in
This is
the
like
Arizona Cardinals.
We gotta get you off the air. I'm gonna take the Cardinals too. All right, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm gonna take the Cardinals. I was just saying Super Bowl favorite for me. I'm gonna stick to it. Been loving the Cardinals since the beginning of the season, and nothing has changed.
Okay, so for having the game of the week, it's unanimous. We all picked the Cardinals. The bye teams are the Colts, Dolphins, Patriots, and Eagles. Just one note for the Colts being on bye. Hopefully Carson Wentz can get those ankles checked out.
He'll be fine. Jonathan Taylor doesn't.
I had to go there. I'm sorry.
I'll sprain both wrists then.
But that will do it. That is week 14 for
14.
Chapter 11 NFL Pick'ems.
11.
What?
I don't know. I'm just repeating what you say.
You're ruining my app.
It's entertaining. Just continue. Just go ahead.
I got nothing.
Yeah, you do.
That's week 14. See you next week.
See you next week.
Okay, bye!
No, there's no. And stay tuned for more Back for Blood Pokemon Shining Pearl videos. And Battlefield coming at some point.
Yeah,
and
listen.
Forza coming.
Whoa, wait a minute.
No, I'm still doing
Halo
Metro.
story coming
And
soon!
Halo story's coming soon.
Where are you
Releases tomorrow.
Listen.
Wednesday,
Listen.
December 8th.
Listen.
The Waze guy gets a video
listen.
game. No, I'm still
Battlefield
talking.
is all
Nope,
messed up
the
right
mic
now.
is still hot. I can still talk.
And I hate playing against PC guys that just destroy me. Anyway, go ahead. We're done.
Go watch all that
I'll
stuff.
see you next
Go like
week.
all that stuff.
Thank you for tuning in to Chapter 11. We appreciate our subscribers, and please tune in next week for more content.
And if it's your
like
birthday-
and subscribe, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday.